Hey, Strick, do you think there's anybody out there in our audience that already has a podcast?
Could be. I think we definitely need to hear from those people.
99% of podcasters don't make any money from their podcast, let alone make, a lifestyle out of their podcast. And that's something we've been able to do actually with our podcast, The Nice Guys on Business.
We have made a 6-figure income out of our podcast. You can learn how to. Go to turnkeypodcast.com/gift. GIFT, not GIF like the peanut butter or the image style. No, GIFT.
Turnkeypodcast.com/gift. 5 ways to make money podcasting. Check it out today.
Well, as Kermit says, it's not easy being green. Well, it's probably easier than listening to the Nice Guys on Business podcast. Whew, now that takes fucking effort.
They do different themes each evening. And so it's going to be it's like a gothic theme. So it's like, vampires and dark clothes and all of that kind of thing. And so, Doug, if you don't have something,
I could get a cape and some
get a cape?
No capes. No capes. Well, except for the Nice Guys in Business, of course. But pants. Pants are a must. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your 2 favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
The problem is, how high or low maintenance are the cats in your house? From my understanding, you have extremely low maintenance cats.
You're going to be, I think, very either pleasantly surprised or jealously surprised at how incredibly low maintenance my cats are. So I think we should start by how this episode, like the pre-episode. So sometimes the thought runs through my mind before we start our episodes of, hey, I'm going to be recording in about 10 minutes with Doug. What the hell are we going to talk about today? Now, today didn't happen to be one of those days. I've got a couple of ideas of things to talk about.
Oh, that's good.
But even if I had that thought today, about 2 minutes before we're supposed to start, I would like to share the text that I received from Doug. The text says, 1 sec, we have a cat fight.
You could have interpreted that a number of ways. Me and JJ getting in a fight, which rarely happens.
Yeah.
Or there is literally one of the 4 cats that live in our house is in a squabble with another cat.
Yeah, that was what I presumed what was happening. Yeah. God.
And I don't even know the end result because I went outside frantically after I heard what sounded like a child killing a cat. Like, I don't know what that was, but JJ is running around outside. It's too early for coyote time right now. It's 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, so there's no darkness yet. So most of the coyotes and predators aren't out. They come out at midnight. We stamp their card and they're able to get access to the neighborhood. We open the gate and let them in. But today it's just like, in winter he comes in the house. He's our white cat. He was the cat we adopted from the family that got evicted behind us.
Mm-hmm.
His face right now basically looks like a pincushion because he is the biggest troublemaker. He's an instigator. Like all the other cats in the neighborhood, they have no problem with winter, but he has got a bone to pick with every cat that is on our any male cat. Female cats he's fine with. I don't know how to calm him down. Like one of the cats, Max, who is not our cat, but a neighborhood cat, he'll come into our house and because we have a cat door, so all the cats can come and go, which is another maintenance issue in my house. Anyway, Max will come into our house now and go and just eat food and then leave. And when he comes into our house, if Winter is anywhere near, Winter will follow him into the house and then stalk him through the house.
Well, shit, he's eating Winter's food. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, right?
There is no shortage of food. And we've even trained Winter. If Max comes into the house, we immediately go get the treats. So we're trying to associate Max coming into the house with a treat for Winter. It has not worked in the last 2 years that we've had Winter in our house.
Nice. So our older cats, Milk and Cookie, who are like 11 and 12 or 12 and 13. I don't even know how old they are. So it was just the two of them for a long time. And Cookie is like the lappiest lap cat you could possibly imagine. Cookie will sometimes follow me around waiting for me to sit on the couch so she can sit on my lap.
That's how Domino is.
And Milk is this big, huge white ball of fur Balinese. And Milk, we think Milk is just kind of dumb. We're not really sure,
Right.
but Milk used to like to chase Cookie around, and Cookie would have none of it. Like
Right.
Milk wanted to play, Cookie was not about it. So about, is it a year now? No, I guess it was last February. We got a kitten because we were like, you know what? We've got 2 old cats, and maybe they would be reinvigorated having a baby kitten to teach how to be a cat.
How's
right?
that working? How's that working for you?
So Cookie is still Cookie, and Cookie at first didn't really get along with Twixie, which is our kitten, but Twixie and Milk have become like fast friends, and they are constantly hanging out together. And Twixie is like Milk will aggressively groom Twixie. And it's like Grandpa Cat and the kid, and it's just the greatest thing. And now Milk very rarely chases Cookie around anymore because Milk has Twix to play with. So it's been really good.
The Nice Guys, sponsored by Purina Cat Chow. If you have a cat, we've got your food.
Oh gosh, so I love that. So welcome back. My name's Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler.
Hey.
And we are very soon to be,
Yes.
in fact, 1 day away from, and in fact, the day that you're listening to this, it has already happened. Doug and I together in the same place. Doug coming to my house here in Austin, Texas, where he has never been before, to celebrate my birthday this weekend.
Like Butch and Sundance, Tom and Jerry. Let's see, McMahon
Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch, Ren and Stimpy.
Thelma and Louise.
Beavis and Butthead. We could go on. 86 and 99 for all of you Get Smart fans that are out there.
Wow,
that's
one.
pretty
a
good.
Call.
Or wait a minute, what was it? Bill Bixby and who was My Favorite Martian? And what was the guy?
Oh my God, Ray Walston. Is that who it was? Ray Walston, I think.
I think so.
Pretty sure that was a good pull on my part. I got myself on the back.
That was amazing.
We'll be together, but we will hopefully not. We're not planning on jumping off of a cliff at the end or driving into the Grand Canyon at the end yet.
Would that either be Thelma and Louise or Butch and Sundance?
Exactly. 100%. You got both references.
Could have been either one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so last week we missed you, but we didn't miss you too badly because it was me and Erica.
Yeah, I heard, and it was a good episode.
Yeah, Erica and I don't have any notes when I queue up with Erica, and she generally comes to the table with a few topics. But I'll tell you, no matter if she comes to the table with topics or not, we are off and running, and it was no exception. We could have continued for many, many, many more minutes. I think we were about an hour into the episode, and I thought, I probably shouldn't take much more of her time. I felt kind of like I was monopolizing her time, but we did have a good time on that episode.
I love that. Thank you so much, Erica, for filling in while I was in Portland visiting my other 2 kiddos. It was great.
Well, not just visiting your other 2 kiddos, but I saw some photos on the Book of Faces that you were actually visiting one of our Funkin' fans.
I finally got to meet Emily in person. That's right. The one and only Emily Aborn.
Wow.
And Vera and Sally and I both met and hung out for the afternoon with Emily in Kennebunkport. And it was super entertaining. And you know how
didn't President Bush have a house in Kennebunkport or something like that?
Maybe, I don't remember.
First Bush.
Emily absolutely positively did not disappoint. Emily was every bit as fun and exciting and was basically exactly the person that I thought she would be from hearing her voicemails. And it was absolutely wonderful to spend time with her. And
did she drive there, or how did she get there?
She drove there. It is Kennebunkport, Maine. And I found out later that she had to drive I think it was 2.5 hours to get there. It was 30 minutes from where we were.
You guys are we talking about Emily?
We are here. Jump on in.
Are you secretly? Are you hiding behind? Are you hiding?
I know why Sally
this
is hiding.
PSA.
Turn your bathroom light on when you go to pee in the middle of the night so you don't trip on the rug and
Oh my God.
decorate your face.
Look at you.
Y'all can't see this, but I look
Strickland Bonner. What's going on
battered.
in that house? We really need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Emily is so fantastic. She's delightful. I came in here to say that. That's
She
all I
is
have.
Quite wonderful and quite delightful. And the part that those of you who are
She
just
couldn't hear-
listening
she
and
couldn't
not
hear me.
watching.
She couldn't hear me at all, could she?
Oh, no, she couldn't
I
actually.
kept talking.
I just realized that. I wasn't even thinking that.
My mouth is moving. I'm wondering what's going on.
That's so funny because you're right. I think she could see your mouth moving, so she wasn't talking. But I didn't realize until she left that like she has no idea what you just said because I have my
that's
headphones in.
So funny. Okay.
For those of you who are just listening and not watching, which is everybody because we don't
Mhm.
post a video. So Sally just popped her head in as you heard. But what she was showing off was her black eye. So that's why Doug was saying, what is going on in that household, Strickland?
I do know that there has been no history of domestic violence in Strickland Bonner's past, so I would only think in this particular case that past performance will dictate future results, and there was no spousal beating or domestic violence happening. But it's always nice just to check in.
No, there definitely was not. But it is funny because Sally obviously is in school, right? And so she's going to classes, and I think it happened Monday. I think it was Monday night. And so like Tuesday, there was like a little bit of a mark, but like Wednesday, it was like full blown black eye. And I'm like, oh my God, what do your fellow students think is going on at home? But yeah, she got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and didn't turn the light on. I always, because the bathroom is connected to the bedroom. And so like if you turn the light on, like I would see a light, although I sleep like a fucking rock. I always turn the light on because I am fucking terrified that there's going to be a cat or whatever. But she tries to be polite and doesn't turn the light on and just completely lost her footing and fucking bonked her eye. And so it definitely looks rough. But it was funny too, because it made me think about like, if somebody came to me like, what happened? I don't know about you. I'm curious. Because there are many different kinds of people in the world. Have you ever in your life hit anyone?
No.
I know.
Out of anger? No.
Me neither. Never, ever.
I think maybe when I was 12, I hit my dog out of like frustration that the dog was not following the lessons. I might have hit her with the strap on her rear end, and I felt so bad about it that I don't think I've ever done it again. Yeah, I have a brother who is a year and a half younger than me. One time I hit him with a baseball bat, but it needs some context. I was in the living room and I think it was a new aluminum bat or something, right? And I was like testing it out and swinging it, and he came up behind me. Oh no. In other words, I didn't even see him. I didn't know he was there. And I go and swing the bat. And as I get to the end of a swing, I hear bonk, and I'm like, oh my God. So no, it wasn't like I was even. How old were you? Like 10 or 11, I think. So you had enough strength to hurt. Yeah. And I felt so fucking bad. It wasn't even like I was like goofing and I did it by accident. Like, I'm going to pretend like I'm hitting you. And I didn't even fucking know he was there. But that's even with a sibling. I've never, ever, ever hit anybody. I was fishing one time with my my stepbrother and stepsister, and I caught my stepsister in her lip with the hook as I'm casting. Casting. I know exactly. My dad was so mad. Oh my God, that's nuts. It's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh my God. I felt so, I think I was 11 and she was like maybe 7. I have no idea how, I think she's 4 years younger than me, but yeah, that was the worst experience that I've had. But no, I don't think I've ever hit anybody. I've wanted to hit people before, but. Oh, sure. Yeah. Plenty of times. Yeah. So, speaking of being so angry you'd want to hit somebody. So my Kermit the Beast was sitting on my driveway, the big green truck. for about 2 weeks, and I had a whole bunch of broken promises from the mechanic that had to drive here. And finally, I fired the guy. I had the truck towed to another mechanic, a guy that's closer to me that has some time on his schedule to work on my truck. And I called him and I basically said, look, I needed to have the truck towed to another mechanic because this obviously is not a priority for you right now, and it's a long distance, and I know you were injured and all of that. So if you would just refund me the money that I paid for the parts that I don't have in the truck. There was no response other than, I will send you the money tomorrow. There was no, hey, I'm sorry, I've been meaning to get to you. I look back on all the messages where he said, I'll contact you tonight with my schedule. Never fucking once did he contact me with his schedule to be able to make the return journey here.
Now, is this the guy that you actually bought it from?
Exactly. Very good memory.
Okay. Because I was just going to say, I'm surprised that you're getting any money back at all. Like, right? Like, he obviously sold you a major lemon.
Well, oh, you mean because he's defending his position of look, I sold you the truck.
I sold it to you as is, right?
As is, right. Well, I did pay him for some repairs post buying the truck from him, and he did some of the repairs, but some he had to order some parts and come back for, and that was in the beginning of the entire downfall of mechanic number one.
Yeah, you're definitely having a hard time there.
I'm having a hard time. So truck number 2, Minty Fresh. I don't know if I've given anybody an update since the last time, but
okay, wait a minute. You have 2 green ones. One is Minty Fresh and one is Kermit.
Kermit the Beast and Minty Fresh. Yeah, a dark green and a light green one. Well, you got to have your greens. You got
it's not easy being green. You
got to have all your greens covered.
Right.
Anyway, so the Minty Fresh truck, I sent in for an engine rebuild. I think I told you that. And they took out the engine, and they're doing the rebuild, and they're finished with that now. So that's going to be reinstalled. However, in the process of doing that, we decided it would probably be a good idea to go ahead and rebuild the transmission as well.
Oh my God, are you kidding? Like, I don't know shit about cars, but I know that the transmission and the engine are the two biggest, most expensive, most fucking complicated parts of the entire damn car.
Yeah. So right now I basically have a body of a truck with 4 wheels and brakes, but nothing powering it or driving it. So,
wow.
So I'm going to be, probably by the time this is over, I will probably have spent more I'm sure I will. I've already spent more in the repairs than I will have in the purchase of the truck.
So I'm very curious. When you get a truck that is, 40 years old or something, right?
Well, it was 1967, so make it closer to 60.
So it's like 50, it's almost 60 years old, right?
Right.
And you take the engine and the transmission out completely and you rebuild them.
Yep.
So basically you're like, these pieces still seem solid. These pieces are no good, so we're going to replace them. And you put it back together again.
Yep.
Like, is it going to like drive like a new truck for years and years?
Well, it's going to drive like a truck drove when it came off the showroom floor in 1967, which is completely different than driving like a brand new Tesla that you would get tomorrow, because Tesla's got all those features. So the other thing is, what's interesting about, rebuilding an engine or rebuilding a transmission, more so with the engine than the transmission. But when you lift open the hood, you see basically the engine, and all the accessories are connected to the engine, because the engine's what drives all these accessories. By the way, this episode of The Nice Guys is sponsored by Motor Trend. If you need a place to get to, and the Ford Mustang Early Years podcast, if you need a place to get to, we are your people. So anyway, all of these things that are connected to the engine are also 57 years old too. So you have an alternator, you have a distributor, you have all.
But now none of those things have been replaced. Do you think they're all original?
Yeah. So that's when it comes down to, do you want to do it because you want it brand new and fresh, or do you want it because it functionally doesn't work? My alternator work, all of the components work, the distributor works, but it's going to be like this old looking crusty thing on this brand new fresh engine. Right, I said to Mike, the guy working on it, I said, what would you do? He said, well, if it was me, I would just get like an alternator compared to an engine rebuild. Engine rebuild is about $3,000, let's say. Compared to $3,000, an alternator is like $75.
Right. And if I remember correctly, like the part is like $75, but if you actually need to go in and replace it, the labor is like $300 or $400 because it's dug deep inside all the shit.
So
right?
for me, I know how to replace all of the accessories. So this guy is a super nice guy. He's a neighbor. He has a 3-car garage with engine bays, and he was a former mechanic. And so for me, he's like, you can do the work here. So he's letting me do the work at his place, and he's super nice. He's a really nice guy. I bought him a 30-pack of beer, and he goes, a 30-pack of beer will take you a long way in this garage. Every day I'm over there, like at the end of the day, I'm like cleaning up the truck, because while the engine and the transmission are out, it gives me a lot of freedom to be able to work inside I can stand inside the engine bay and do all the cleanup. So it's going to be a sweet looking, very, very comfortable ride when it's all done. And I'm very excited to get it back, but I can't get it back and then sell it. I just can't.
Right. I mean, you got to enjoy the spoils of your labor after like rebuilding all this shit, right?
That's so he said, well, just look at it this way. You have the old white truck, which is Joe, and that's got air conditioning. That'll be your summer old truck. And then Minty Fresh will be for the other 10 months of the year, because you don't need air conditioning for 10 months of the year here in Ojai. Nice. And he's right. So that is a truck update. Gosh, it is just... And he's not a Ford guy. He's a Chevy guy. But the other day I had my Joe, my white truck. I had Kermit the Beast, which is there now. And I had Minty Fresh. And he has 2 other people that have old Ford trucks that are getting worked on. He's like, they are taking over. It's like, I don't like that they're taking over here at my garage.
Okay. So as a mechanic or somebody putting the vehicles together, what is the big difference between, say, a Ford and a Chevy?
No, they all have the same components. They're just slightly different variations of it. Like if I go into a Corvette, I'm going to have an engine that's going to be a Chevrolet engine, but a Chevy Corvette engine, versus a Chevy Caprice, which would have probably a downsized version of an engine without all the bells and whistles. It's not the engine. Well, it is. I mean, an engine builder will tell you it's all about the engine. It's all the shit that they attach to it.
Right.
It's crazy. All the computer systems that they put on these new cars nowadays. The old cars, it was literally even with the engine in my truck, Minty Fresh, when you open it up, left and right of the engine, you could see a good 2 feet of ground. It's like there's a lot of ground in there. You open up your hood, could you see any ground?
Oh, in my
yes,
Tesla?
Yes.
No, there's no. I have a frunk. Like if I open the front hood, it's like extra storage. I mean, I never use it for anything, but there's nothing there.
What did you call that?
Frunk, Frunk. So it's not a trunk, because that would be in the rear. It's a frunk, like a front trunk. They call it a frunk.
So when I had a Toyota MR2, the M stood for mid-engine, and it was a mid-engine car. It was actually behind the driver's seat and passenger seat. And so it had a small little boot in the back, a little trunk in the back. And then I believe there was a frunk in the front that had like the spare tire and whatever other things that were in there.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's fun. I like cars. Hey, did you happen to see, if you could open up a tab on your computer and go to classicfordrentals.com.
classicfordrentals.com.
And then Nice Guy Community, follow along in your playbook also. Go to classicfordrentals.com.
classicfordrentals.com. Okay, it's not a secure.
What happened?
It says site is not secure. I'm just making sure that I typed it right. classicfordrentals.com.
ClassicFord rentals, RENTALS, or rental, either way.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to cite, but I'm just letting you know that your security is not security.
How do you fix that?
I don't fucking know. It's website shit.
I don't understand that.
Reach out to Nicole. I don't know. You probably have it because it's your own site or something, but this is cool. Bring authentic vintage style to your next shoot. Wow, that's a great URL. Also,
I know.
classicfordrentals.com.
I know. I was surprised it was available.
Like niceshortcut.com. If you're not a member of the Nice Guys Facebook community, click on niceshortcut.com and then just answer a couple questions and we'll let you in.
So I was thinking, I rented my Mustang out. I got a call on Sunday saying I need a last minute rental of your Mustang if it's available because we had a car lined up, but the driver fell through, so I could not. We can't move forward with the rental. I said, sure, I'm available. It was on Sunday. It was only like 40 minutes from my house, so easy to get to. And he's like, where else can he went to the site and he did it, but the site that I use is really like antiquated. There's issues with drive share and all sorts of things, and I love getting rentals from them, but more people complain about the site, so I'm wondering how many people get stuck in the process and can't get through.
Nice.
So I started this classicfordrentals.com. I'm going to put not only my cars on here for rent, but if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of that page,
timeless cars, stunning shoots start here.
And then below that, in the below section from that, what is that?
Want to have your classic car in our network? Yes, you do.
So
I love it.
I'm going to try to start a little network of others that want to rent their Mustangs. They don't have to rent them for drive. They can rent them for photo shoots only. That's, as a matter of fact, what I really want to gear this site towards is just people that want to rent their cars for photo shoots and commercials. I'm sure I'll get a lot of Los Angeles traffic. I'm not sure how many photo shoots they're going to be in like Sheboygan or Des Moines or any of the small podunk towns in the States, but maybe where there's some film locations, New York and Los Angeles, maybe there's some opportunity in there.
I love it. And you're only going to charge a 25% commission for the having people book through your site. I love it.
20% is a bonus for signing up, though, for their first rental only. So
that is pretty cool. That is a very nice site. It looks very good. It looks very professional.
Thanks. I sent you over today a commercial that I'm going to run on my Ford Mustang podcast to get the cars. Now I just got to figure out, here's that marketing thing again. How do I actually get my customers? Ugh.
Well, I think it's a great idea to put the ad on your Ford Mustang, the early years, a podcast. And do you have another podcast?
Yeah, the Ford truck. Yeah, I want you to put it on both of those shows. Now, can you do dynamic ads that you can put and lift, and you can do dynamic show notes too?
So you can do, I haven't actually seen it in action, but yes, you can do a dynamic, like you can add a call to action that gets added to the show notes. I don't know off the top of my head how it works, but apparently it does. So
well, yes, here will be your chance to test it out. Aren't we the best guinea pigs for our own products and services?
Absolutely. We're always the best guinea pigs. Yep.
Hey, and I don't know if you know this, but did we go out of business and nobody told us? Because I have not gotten a call.
Dude, there's a despair.com poster that shows like an old style telephone, like the dial phone.
Right.
And it's got cobwebs all over it.
Mm-hmm.
And the headliner is customers. And then the tagline at the bottom is, if we ignore them long enough, maybe they'll leave us alone.
God.
Yes, I'm feeling that. Like we had in June and July, we had record months, like the two biggest months we've ever had.
Yep.
And now August and September have been like
2 months in years.
Opposite of that.
Oh God. Okay. Well, we're working hard. We're trying to figure something out. Maybe we'll have, I know it's your birthday weekend, but there's never not a good opportunity to discuss business.
No, we have a 2.5 hour drive so let's let everybody know what's going on, by the way.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Doug is flying in tomorrow, which will be Friday afternoon. And then we're going to do, we don't have any plans for tomorrow night. Like we'll all hang out and have some dinner, right?
Yep.
But Saturday, we'll be driving to Katy, Texas, which is near Houston. It's about 2.5 hours away from where we are here.
Long drive.
And we're going to Dig World, which we've talked about a little bit, where you and I and everybody, it's going to be like 23 people. I think it's a big ass party.
Wow. How do you know 23 people?
I don't. It's all of Sally's family.
Oh, okay. I got it. Anybody that I know? I mean, are your kids are coming to that, or they're not coming to that?
Yeah, Amanda and Riley. And by the way, Riley is flying in tonight. You haven't seen Amanda or Riley in like 10 years.
Nope.
So Riley's flying in tonight. So they'll be coming. And then Sally, who you have not met in person yet.
Nope.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody else I don't think there's anybody else
So like Ben Kaufman's not coming?
Nope.
Gosh. Okay. Well, that's cool. I like meeting new people.
What was that? Oh, my mom. Yes, my mom's coming in tomorrow.
Yeah, but when did I meet your mom?
Oh, God,
I mean,
you know,
it's had to
I don't
have
know.
been.
Have you met my mom?
I
Maybe you've
don't
never
know.
met her.
I mean, only if she walked into the agency at some
Oh,
point.
she said no. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Apparently, my mom says she's never met you either. So, yeah.
Okay, all right, that's good. Well, we've
too
only been
funny.
friends for almost 30 years, so it's probably time I met your mom.
I've met your mom. I've definitely met Rosa before. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, for sure.
So, yeah. So a whole bunch of Vera's family and other friends of ours. And,
Now, are they all staying in Houston also?
okay. So what's happening is we've got, no, most of them are not. So the Dig World is in the afternoon. It is like a 1 to 3 or 3:30 or something, right? And it's going to be like I'm pretty sure Sally's nephews are coming, so it's going to be some kids, right?
Yep.
And her sister and brother and sister-in-law and brother. Actually, wait a minute. Her brother and sister-in-law will not be there because they're out of town, but a bunch of the family,
Yeah,
whole bunch of family.
Got it.
Her mom will be there, and then that's the afternoon. Then you and I and Sally will be staying in Houston overnight because we're having the after party. We're going out to a fun club to do adult fun friendly things.
I was told that I need to dress nicely. So
Yeah.
I said to JJ, I said, sucking all the fun out of me going to Texas, I have to dress up.
Well, here's the thing. I know. I wanted to clarify this.
I know.
You don't have to.
I know, but I want to have fun. I want to be with you. I want to be a part of you guys.
I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to, if you don't have something that you're comfortable with or think will look cool, we'll have time to go shopping, to go find something.
Well, that's probably going to be it. I have like dark attire that I think would fit the theme of the evening, but I don't really have anything specifically themed. So I'm going to either raid your closet with your help, or we're going to stop somewhere along the way. I know one place we're fucking going to stop. We're stopping at Buc-ee's.
Fucking Buc-ee's. Yeah. So the evening party, Doug's like, do you think we can stop at Buc-ee's? I'm like, yeah, that's like understood. I mean, you have to stop at Buc-ee's on the way because, usually we're going to stop for fucking Buc-ee's snacks anyway. But with my Tesla, I can make it all the way to Houston on one charge, but it's basically the whole tank, so to speak. Right, so I usually stop and charge on the way anyway, because Buc-ee's, when you get to Buc-ee's, I mean, it is literally 50 fucking Tesla chargers. I mean, depending on which Buc-ee's it is, anywhere from 20 to 50 chargers. It's insane. So we're going to stop and charge. And by the time we're done shopping in Buc-ee's, we'll be all charged up and ready to go again. So we're totally stopping at Buc-ee's.
Does Buc-ee's ship, by the way? Does Buc-ee's ship? Do they?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I stop at a Buc-ee's. Now, I know I can order online for Buc-ee's, but
really,
I think it's a better experience if you're there and you can
oh
say,
my gosh, absolutely.
You ship that for me?
Yeah, because so if you imagine like a big, like an oversized Royal Farm Store, Circle K, sheets, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
That's half the store. Okay. Where you got all the snacks and all the stuff, and they do some hot food, like they do brisket and they do some other stuff. But the entire other half of the store is Buc-ee's swag. It's fucking t-shirts and goddamn bathing suits and big like stuffed beavers, and like there's so much shit you can't even imagine. And I mean, we will easily spend 30 to 40 minutes in there just wandering and looking at the shit and going like,
so you're talking about like an 8 a.m. wake up time so that we can get to Buc-ee's, 7 a.m. wake up time so we can make sure we have plenty of time, because we're not traveling back from Houston to Austin, because my flight, I mean, you might be, but my flight leaves out of Houston the next day.
Correct. And I don't know that there are Buc-ee's like in Houston.
I'm not risking it. Not risking it.
No.
I'm stopping.
And that's a good call, actually. So we were planning on leaving around 9:30 Saturday to get there on time, but I did not work in a good 30 minutes for Buc-ee's, so we might want to leave a little early. But we'll figure that out tomorrow.
So how many in the caravan going there?
Okay, so it's going to be you, me, and Sally in one car, and then Amanda, my mom, and Riley in another car. And then that's our caravan. Like the rest of her family is getting there on their own.
Right.
And then after Dig World, you and Sally and I will stay in Houston, and Amanda and Riley and my mom will come back home to Georgetown, because we're going to like a fun adultish theme party that we're not going to talk details about, but Emily has an idea of where we're going. I think we talked to her a little bit about it when we saw her, but
I'll give everybody the lowdown when we get back.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave some excitement and give you all a reason to listen in next week. But yeah, they do different themes each evening. And so it's going to be it's like a gothic theme. So it's like, vampires and dark clothes and all of that kind of thing. And so Doug, if you don't have something,
I could get a cape and
get a cape. You can totally raid my closet. I think I have a couple of things that I'm not wearing that might work. And there are places that I can think of where we can go shopping close by.
And you know what? It's ultra close to Halloween time. So I'm sure there's a lot of those rental places.
Spirit Halloween.
Right,
we can go to Spirit Halloween. There you go.
There's a dollar store that closed right next to Harbor Freight, and I think that the place is like, what is it called? Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
They take over. Now this is like the definition of a pop-up shop. I mean, but they come in full bore. I mean, they come in and they take over everything. It's like the store is there 12 months of the year, and they literally pack up and leave 30 days later.
That was a very funny gag in the Police Story, the Naked Gun with Liam Neeson. There was there was a gag where something about the police department, like Liam Neeson was giving him a bad name or something, and somebody was like, yeah, we gotta shut down the whole police department because we gotta fire everybody. You're giving us a bad name. And as they're panning out from the scene, as they're leaving, right? There's this huge Spirit Halloween banner. They're pulling up on the police station. It was brilliant.
I know that they've been around for a while, but that movie has been out for a long time. That means that Spirit Halloween has been around for a long time.
Oh no, this is from the new.
Oh, okay.
Liam Neeson.
All right. Okay. Oh, right. I wasn't quite listening to that part.
Yeah, most of we talked about it a couple of weeks ago when I went to see it. Like, it was good. It wasn't nearly as chock full of like gag after gag after gag.
Yeah.
But also some of them were like, okay, that's kind of obvious, whatever. But I thought the Spirit Halloween gag was a really good one.
Hey, did you end up investing in the Walmart shopping center?
No.
You did not.
That was
left me out in the cold on that one, huh?
Wait a minute.
I invested in. That's the most recent one. The one that just happened. From Drew and Callie. They're doing all these commercial investment properties.
Yeah. But that would have been out in the cold on it. In other words,
meaning no, it didn't fall apart. It's moving forward. I just thought last time it doesn't matter to me if you're in it or not. I was just thinking, oh, you were excited about that, so I was thinking that you were going to do it. I of course did it because look, anything that's got Walmart's name attached to it, I'm like, well, that'll be around for a little while. So I'm gonna take that. So I just didn't know. I was just following up on that conversation we had a month or two ago on the show, whether you were going to do it or not. So
I just got busy. I didn't really think about it. It looked like a good one.
Yeah, I'm in because it's got a Dollar General, it's got a tobacco store, it's got a T-Mobile, all the same stuff.
Right.
It's got all the same stuff that the other places that I own in West Virginia have. I've owned like a quarter of West Virginia at this point. I believe I do.
I love it.
Okay.
So I'm very excited. You're coming out to visit and rolling back to the very first thing that started this conversation. Okay. Yes, we will have time in the car to talk, and I'm sure we can definitely talk some turnkey business. I have some things I want to think about and talk about, and we got to come up with a plan.
I just need somebody to fucking make a decision already. All of these people that are out on the ledge, just like waiting. I'm like, okay, well, I guess you're going to take your time and make that happen. Yeah. Okay, well, shit like that happens. So we will see, or we will go out of business and I will have to retire early, which isn't such a bad idea anyway. I've been meaning to retire. I just don't know how to get there. Sometimes I need my hand pushed,
Okay.
Okay. So we have a few voicemails. I believe we have voicemails in our voicemail box. Do you know?
We have two voicemails, but one of them is about 12 seconds long. So I'm wondering if it was like a voicemail that got cut off and then somebody tried to call back.
That I don't know. Maybe I should go to the root folder, if you will. Here, let's see. I'll go over there. I'll go to voicemail.
Carry the 2.
Right, exactly. All right. Nope. The 12-second one is definitely a legit message.
Okay.
Let's get to the voicemail. We got a lot to discuss still after the voicemails, I'm sure. So let's.
Okay. Here we go.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
I didn't even think about it, but what are you going to do for those 3 weeks, 2 weeks plus that I am out of town? Have you figured that out yet, or is that just going to be a game day decision that's going to have to happen?
Dude, I have not thought about it. I mean, I'm not going to like wait until the day before we have to publish an episode to decide. But you're right. I've not thought about it too far out. Here, let's take a look at the calendar because I know you're going to be gone. What is it? 18 days, 17 days?
Okay. So there's a little bit of buffer on both sides of that, because on the front side, I'm leaving for Baltimore to go pick up my mom because, I got to go get my mom to bring her back here. I'm leaving on the 25th of October.
Okay,
so what day of the
wrong calendar? Because I thought I grabbed our turnkey calendar that should have your thing on it. JJ events.
It's so much better when Strickland has.
Do you
access
have like
to
a
my
17?
schedule.
Do you have an event that says Doug on cruise, like from?
Oh, I don't think so. Maybe.
Oh, okay, that's why. Because I'm looking for it and it ain't here. Okay.
So I'm leaving on the 25th of October. So is that a Saturday? Is that what that is?
That looks like a Saturday. So in other words, the first day.
Whose flight is that on the 24th? Is that me or is that you? Flight to Baltimore. You see that?
To LA.
24th. That must be.
Yeah, that's
me.
you. I think. Yeah, that's you.
Got it. Okay, there you go.
So I see it in gray there.
Okay, so I'm going to Baltimore on the 24th.
Doug on cruise.
Right.
And this is going to be October 25th through.
I know at least goes to the 7th. Well, wait. We'll get there in a second. Hold on. Just put the 17th right now. Oh, that's the 7th. That's fine. That'll work for now.
You're not staying through you're not out till the 17th, are you?
I'm telling you what's going to happen. You're not listening to me though. So I'm going to get my mom on the 25th. So go back to the calendar. Just hit save on that. It's not the 7th.
Hang on. I need to change the color to like fucking gray.
Color coding it. I love this. This is good.
Yeah, I gotta have my color coding.
Okay. So I am leaving to get my mom on Friday the 24th. So we're going to be good to record on the 23rd. So that's covered. Okay.
That one's good. Okay.
All right. Then, so hit the next week.
Wait a minute. Next week here. Okay.
Okay. So keep going because the cruise leaves on the 26th.
Okay. The cruise actually leaves on the 26th.
I'm sorry. The cruise leaves on the 30th. My apologies. The cruise leaves on the 30th. I'm getting my mom on the 25th. She's going to come back here. We're going to stay at our house for a couple of days. So let's look at the hold on a second. It's a horrible schedule. Go to the week view instead of the day view.
Why am I looking at the day? That's weird.
Scroll to the right. There you go. See where it says day.
I gotta get the Zoom menu out of the way. Wait a minute. It's here. Oh, here we go. Day, week. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You could even put that on month if you want to. So the cruise leaves on the 30th. So go back 1 week.
The 23rd, we're good.
Okay.
30th.
So I can't record with you on the 30th, but I may be able to record with you on the 28th.
That'd be good.
Okay.
Oh, but not the 29th? Oh, flight to Oakland.
Right, exactly. I'm leaving for Oakland the day before the cruise because my mom doesn't want to cut it too close.
Which is an excellent fucking idea, by the way.
Okay. So
I applaud that 100%. So why don't you move this to Thursday, the 28th? By the way, for all of those of you who are like, don't really give a fuck about our schedule.
Too bad.
Sorry, we're not going to edit this shit out. That would be
sorry. We're not editing any of that. So the 28th is going to be our recording day that week.
Okay, you'll change that because you sent me.
I will change that. So then I'll take care of that. So then we are going. So November 1st. So the cruise leaves on the 30th.
Yeah.
And it comes back on the 17th.
Got it. So the week of the 6th and the week of the 13th, I need to find somebody else or do it myself or figure some shit out.
Yes. And what is happening? Click one more week in advance to the next week over. So I will be back for the 20th.
Right. And your mom flies home here. And yeah,
exactly.
Okay, that's good. So that's what we need. That's a piece of cake. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I got it.
Yeah, you'll figure that. So it's only 2. That's good. I was fearful it was going to be 3 weeks and then I would have left you in the lurch, but you know what?
Now, 3 weeks, we would have probably had 1 week of a classic episode because I'm not going to do that. But 2, I can handle 2. I can handle 2 of them somehow.
You know, Strick, it's been a while since you've done your meditations with Strickland Bonner.
Oh my God. I got to put that out as a bonus something or another
with maybe the dog barking.
Right, of course.
I don't know what the fucking dog barking was.
Maybe I'm trying to remember how long it is. I think it's only like 8 or 9 minutes long. Maybe I'll tack it on as a Easter egg,
a little Easter egg on there. Yeah. I thought it was longer than that. I thought it was full episode length.
I don't think so. It might be 15 or 20. I don't think it is that long.
Oh God. If you don't know what we're talking about, you've got to just go to
go to niceguysonbusiness.com and then go to the episodes page and search for meditation. And I think it'll come up.
Oh, that's the best.
Or I'll just tack it on as an Easter egg on this episode today.
You know, every time I tell somebody that we've been doing the podcast for 10 years.
Yeah.
That first of all, that's like, they don't get that. They're like, holy shit, 10 years. Mm-hmm. Then I say the number of episodes, which is almost 1,700 episodes at this point. And they're like, don't you run out of shit to talk about? I said, yeah, well, I think I ran out of stuff to talk about after episode 2, but I have not, that has not stopped me from creating 1,698 other episodes of content.
I would say when Howard Stern was doing 5 days a week, 4 hours a day. Did you ever ask him, does he run out of shit to talk about?
God, it's so true. And we probably could, if we didn't have day jobs, like there are things that we needed to do for Turnkey and your full-time job, we probably would be able to do this, every day, at least come up with something.
Sure.
I mean, it's going to be nonsensical, but then again, even my real episodes are nonsensical.
No doubt. And, and Howard Stern had fucking writers and shit, right? We're just doing it off the top of our head.
I saw a promo of Howard Stern, and I guess Jackie the Joke Man, I don't think he's with Howard any longer. I don't know to be a fact, but because it wasn't in the promo. But what's up with Robin's hair?
Is Howard? I thought he was actually done. What's Howard Stern doing? Right? Is he still doing his show?
All right, there you go. It's like,
what's Howard Stern doing these days?
Okay.
He's still with Sirius XM. Oh, recently returned to his show on September 8th after a prank that suggested he was leaving the satellite radio company. Oh, that's funny because I remember hearing that he was leaving. I guess it was a prank. Okay.
Type in current photo of Robin. Is it Gibbons or I don't know.
Current photo of
because I don't know what she's been doing with her.
I think it's Givens. Yeah, I think that's right.
Not Robin McGraw.
Quivers, right?
Yeah, Quivers. That's Robin Givens is somebody else.
Oh wow.
Yeah, look at her hair. Totally different. I liked
her
better
with him for how long? 20 fucking years or something?
I think even longer than that.
Yeah.
I remember listening to Howard. I was listening to the Grease Man when I was at college in 1982 to 1986, and then he got booted off of whatever the station he was in Baltimore. Let's see here. Why she should be worth more money than that?
Well, dude, okay, I have not listened to Howard in a long time. Okay. But I get the impression that, if I remember correctly, Robin is kind of his Ed McMahon, right?
Yeah.
She's worth $10 to $20 million. That's a fucking lot.
Oh, you think that's a lot? And I think, how much is Howard Stern worth, though?
Okay, but Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with my super dated reference just to stick with you, right?
All right, Johnny
Johnny
Carson, Ed
Carson,
McMahon.
Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon. Now,
right,
with
right.
Ed McMahon, let's forget that he did America's Got Talent or whatever the fuck his other side shit was, right? Let's say he is only okay. Here's a good one. How about Conan O'Brien and
I don't
Andy
know.
Richter?
Never
right?
saw an episode.
Okay, but what would you think?
Robin is a valuable contributor to all 4 hours. Ed McMahon, I'm not saying he didn't have talent, but Ed basically was color commentary and just sat there. And I don't know how much he drove the ship. I sometimes feel like Robin I haven't listened to Howard Stern in years, but I felt like she drove the ship a lot.
Okay, but you're still the sidekick.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
I mean, the $10 to $20 million is a lot of fucking money to work 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, you know?
Okay. All right. I just think that I would have assumed that she was worth. I put Howard Stern's net worth. I'm curious what that is.
Howard Stern's jaw-dropping net worth. How did the shock jock get so rich, and what does he earn currently?
Now you got. He's 71 years old.
Jesus,
would not
crazy.
put him there.
Okay,
you're gonna have to read through a whole bunch of shit. 500 million? No, he was a.
Oh, he has a $500 million contract expired.
Just type in Howard Stern net worth without an article. Can't you just get that? I don't even know why we're doing this. I don't really care how much Howard Stern is worth. It's just funny to figure this out.
It's a lot.
There you go.
$650 million.
See, that's a fucking lot of money.
Okay, but here's the thing. Look, in past TV work, such as America's Got Talent, so he made money with that, right? He had a lot of other shit going on top of just, the Sirius XM show. I mean, Robin, as far as I know, all she does is she's like his sidekick on the Sirius XM show.
Hey, as your sidekick, I'm not making very much money. I need to make more money as your sidekick. Who is who in this equation here? I don't know who it is.
If Howard is worth $600 million, and so
I would put her at least at 60 million, then 60 to 100 million, not what was it, 10 million? No,
10 to 20 million.
All right, let's move on. We got voicemails to play, and we're honing in on. We're really diving in on 1 hour.
Yeah, so. And I've got to go pick up Riley at the
Walmart. Got to get to Walmart.
Well, I got to leave in like 15 minutes.
What time does Riley come in?
7:40.
Okay.
Of course, I haven't checked the flight to see if it's on time or not yet, so I actually need to leave in like 30 minutes. But okay, anyway, here we go.
Hey, Doug, hey, Shrek, Jared here. So you guys are talking about voicemails, and Erica called in and kept her super efficient. So in the vein of keeping voicemails efficient, goodbye.
Oh, hold on a second.
I hope I didn't spoil that by saying we have a 12-second.
When did that? I think that was last week's voicemail, actually.
You may be right.
You got to hold on.
Because I do remember getting that one last week.
I got it.
No, not getting that last week. Oh, I remember because I actually listened to part of the episode and I happened to hear that.
Oh, so there are 2 voicemails. Hold on. I'm going to need to send you these. I haven't reminded.
Oh, yeah. September 22nd, September 25th.
I'm going to blame this on Ashley. I don't mean to blame it on anybody else, but I'm tired of being the heavy. You know what? All right, hold on a second. I'm going to send you these. Let me just do this. Hit the compose. This is called live producing. You see how seamless this is? At no point during this trick do my fingers ever leave my hands. Let you know that. Hold on, I gotta find these 2 voicemails. Okay, got voicemail number 1.
Carry the 4.
2. Okay, I am sending this your way now, and then you can figure out how to do the magic behind the scenes to get them into the magic box.
Okay. You emailed those to me? Is that what you did?
I don't know. I'm hoping all of my cats survived. JJ has not come in here frantic. She must not have found any evidence of any type of carnage outside, which is very good.
Did you email those to me?
I did. They'll be in your inbox. Momentito, por favor. Oops, it says, oops, there was a system error. Did it make it to you or no?
No, I got it.
Oh, okay, good.
Here's voicemail and Voicemail. And let's open the folder. Where's my voicemail folder? And we will drag those right in. That is a good voicemail, though, from Jared. I like that one. Oops, wait a minute. Wrong one. That's not what I want. I want this one. Of course, I don't know which one is first and which is second, if it's important. But
I don't think
I
don't think it's right. I do not think it's important in this particular case because I could see who they are both from.
Okay, well, let's do the short one first.
Okay.
We just had a short one from Jared. But yeah, it is another pretty short one. So let's see what we got.
Okay.
Doug, Strickland, Katy. Hey, Doug's talking with Erica right now about expressions. And so I've been accused multiple times of telling people how the cow ate the cabbage. And yeah, that's pretty much how that expression goes. All right. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.
How the cow ate the cabbage. I'm guessing this is an inside something because I have never heard that phrase before.
Okay, so I have a neighbor, my neighbor Richard, who we love greatly, and he's a super person. He's an older guy, and he comes up with these expressions. One of the expressions that he says is, "I am just a country boy living in the world of high finance." So that's one of them, and he says that. He says that tongue in cheek. He says it jokingly a few times in the course of a gathering, and then he says something like that is it's kind of like I don't know, like a pig in shit, rolling around like a pig in shit. The cow in the cow ate, and that's how the cow ate the cabbage. It sounds like it's kind of like. To make a long story short. So you begin to tell the story and then you cut to the end of the story and then you say, then that's why the cow ate the cabbage.
Okay. That's, I've never heard that one. And I won't be unhappy if I never hear it again, but I do appreciate JD calling in and explaining it.
That was very good.
And he's obviously heard it before.
Yes. So it sounds like he has used that as an expression on his agenda as well. So
yeah.
Don't know.
Okay. I've never heard of that before, but okay.
Okay,
all right,
let's get the voice. Thank you, JD, for your voicemail.
Voicemail number 2.
Hey, Doug, it's Jared here. So it's Erica and Doug.
Uh-huh.
Great hearing you on here, Erica. It was a pleasant surprise. The answer to your question, Doug, which, you two are having a conversation about working on cars and, fingernails being dirty and hands being dirty and all that kind of stuff. Doug, you asked about me working on houses and if my fingernails are dirty or if I bite my nails. So these are tricky questions. So when I'm working, yes, absolutely, I get shit under my nails. And when I'm working on a car, I get shit under my nails. And my hands get stained. One of the biggest problems I have is I have rough hands. And if I'm working on a car and I get grease on it, oil on it, something like that, it can stain my hands. And even when my hands are clean, they look dirty, and that drives me nuts. But that's the curse with dry hands. I hate lotion. Lotion freaks me out when I put it on. So I absolutely hate the feel of weird texture guy. But I do the nail thing. It doesn't last long. Once I'm done, I'm cleaning and scrubbing, and I don't even use the cleaners that you can buy anymore. I use Dawn dish soap almost exclusively and a little scrub brush, and that helps get in the nooks and crannies of my dry hands. But it also helps me clean out my nails and stuff, and then I'll clean out behind them. And as far as biting them, it's not typical for me to bite them, but if I break one, I'll peel it off, and then I'll bite to clean it up, unless I can get the clippers, because I don't want it to catch again. So, because they do grow a little bit long, because I'm not very mindful of it, and as soon as they start getting to a certain length, I hit things and I just break them, and they'll start tearing, so then I'll cut off. But no, I don't typically just bite them to bite them. I bite them because I caught it, gripped it, and there's something else going to snag, and I need to fix that temporarily. So, all right, probably too much information, but
that's a lot of info.
As always, love you guys, appreciate you, and loving the show. And once again, Erica, well done. Great to have you on, and always enjoy the fuckery when we get some mixing it up in there. For Strick, you are missed. All right, guys, see you.
This episode is brought to you by Dish Dawn Detergent, sponsored by Dish Dawn Detergent. When you just absolutely positively need to get your hands clean, Dawn dish detergent.
Also sponsored by Sally Hard as Nails. if your fingers are peeling off, oh my God, I could just see. I don't know why I had this vision, but I think that probably Emily is this way. Emily, did you just repel when Jared said I have to peel my nail back? I know that gave me a slight chill down my spine.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
And I
yeah.
heard peel my nails back. I'm like, oh. God, I don't know how you feel, but I don't mind I have Equate Extreme Relief. It's like the I can't remember the name of the legit one, but the one that I have gotten a few times. It's $8 for this small little tube, but Equate is just a few bucks. I think Equate is the Walmart version of whatever that other brand is. Working Hands, that's what it is. I don't mind having the feeling of cream on my hands or my face. As a matter of fact, I have I think it's now an 8-part system I use every day.
8-part.
Definitely do. Uncomplicated it is not, but I do use some uncomplicated skincare for men products, also known as Tiege Hanley in my system. But I'm getting a little carried away with the number of products that I have in my facial system.
Well, as we get older, it takes a little more work to keep looking younger, right?
I do feel like of all of the body parts that I have, I feel like my face is the most taken care of.
That's a good thing.
I refer to that as, the moneymaker. So for me, I gotta be very careful. Gotta be very careful of what I'm putting on my face, but I do have the cleanser, the cream, the serums. I have anything called serum is very expensive, so just know that.
Nice.
All right, what else are we here to talk about? Did you have anything else on your list?
I don't think so. I think we have just about covered it all. I'm very excited for my birthday. Very excited to see you tomorrow.
One quick question, which I can take care of at any point, but I need to know the answer. And I know what your pat answer is going to be for this question, but what the hell do you get a guy that has everything?
Oh, dude, I don't know if this was part of the invitation that Sally sent out, but I don't need fucking presents. Your presence, PRENCE, is plenty gift enough for me.
Well, that's good, but we're going to have to figure out some gag gift or some kind of something to get for you or something. There's got to be something. I just don't. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to get Strickland?
You should reach out to Sally then. She is amazing with gifts. For me, because I'm totally like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't need anything. There's nothing. Be
forewarned, I am the worst gift giver.
Dude, I am expecting nothing and we'll be happy with that as long as you get here. That's all I care
We're going to have a great time. I'm really looking forward to it. Not only to the Dig World thing, but the evening entertainment, all that, whatever, definitely Buc-ee's. I'm certainly looking forward to that. But if nothing more or less, the drive in the Tesla is going to be fun too, because I've only spent a few moments in a Tesla. I haven't really, we drove to the restaurant when we went out in Dallas, but hey, they reached out to me again. The conference are like, hey, we would love to have you back, and we're willing to cover your bill to come back again. And I said, you know what? I think I have a better idea. We really want to take over your podcast stuff at your.
Hell yes.
So I'm in negotiations with them. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but I don't know that it's not. I've thrown the stone only so far, and let's see what happens if it comes.
Okay. We'll see what happens. But yeah, okay. And you can drive the Tesla if you want. Ooh. I think you need an opportunity at some point to drive the Tesla.
Highway driving the Tesla? That'd be kind of cool. Mm-hmm. You and Sally, you don't get to hang out in the back seat with Sally though. You have to, one of you has to sit up front with me if I drive.
We'll figure it out. All
right, let's get out of here. We've done our hour. We've done our time for this week. We have made the donuts. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the nice guys on business, and in accordance with my court-mandated community service, I'm Steve O'Brien. Only 27 more voiceovers to go, and then maybe they'll let me leave the state. And take this ankle bracelet off.
Hey, Funkin' fans. Welcome back. No, this isn't a regular episode. As you know, Doug has been living in LA for quite a while now, and our conversations sometimes tend a little bit more towards the spiritual, towards the woo-woo, as some might say. He's actually taken up meditation, and it's been really helpful for him. So I thought I would put together a nice guy's meditation for our listeners. For those of you who are feeling like, hey, maybe it's not such a bad idea and maybe it could help me a little bit too. All right? So, from us to you, this is what we're doing for our Funkin' fans. Now, what you need to do is find a comfortable position. Maybe sitting in a chair. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor. Hands, palms face down in your lap. No, you don't need to touch yourself. Just hands face down in your lap. Now, take a deep breath. And as you exhale, allow your eyes to slowly close. Nice deep breath. Allow your eyes to slowly close. Please don't do this if you're driving. Even if you're driving my Tesla, they do say you still need to pay attention when you're doing the auto drive. Feel all of the tension flowing out of your body. Take another deep breath. Feel the tension flowing out of your body. Remember, meditation is not about blocking all other thoughts from your mind. It's about realizing that your mind is wandering, and this can help you bring it back into focus. That's why they call it a practice. You need to practice this all the time, every day. In the morning, first thing when you wake up, just relax. Try not to think about anything at all except your breathing. Don't worry about those test results you're waiting on. I'm sure everything is going to be fine. Even if it is infected, I'm sure some penicillin is going to clear that right up. So put that right out of your mind. Don't even think about it. Don't think about your commute into work today that you're probably not looking forward to. Don't think about how taking the time to listen to this meditation is just going to make you even later getting into work. Don't worry about that. You don't even like that job. Maybe if you show up late often enough, maybe you'll get fired. And that'll be a great opportunity for you to go find another job that maybe you hate a little bit less. When you hear that bell, just think about the breath. Just relax. The bell is calming. It will help bring you back to center. Once again, think about your breathing. And again, I want to remind you, please do not do this. If you are listening in your car, turn it off right now. I don't want to be responsible for a 10-car pileup on I-95 because you got so relaxed that you drove across the median right into oncoming traffic. How crazy would that be? A whole bunch of cars all over the road, and when the smoke clears, you just hear my voice saying, close your eyes and focus on your breathing. No, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good at all. Relax. Think about your breathing. Don't think about that guy at work who got the promotion you deserved. I'm sure he'll get his as soon as he stops sleeping with the boss. You know her husband's going to figure it out sooner or later. I mean, you can only cover up so many late nights at work before he gets suspicious. Those pictures you took of them making out in her office, that should help move this along too. HR is not going to like that one bit. nice deep breaths. Don't think about anything at all. You know, it would be really nice if that dog could shut the hell up for like 10 minutes so I could record this just once. Sometimes when I'm meditating, I think about Bob Ross. You know, the painter with the great big fro, the guy with the pretty trees. You know, he says there are no mistakes in art, only happy accidents. So when you think about your meditation and you lose focus and you start thinking about other things, remember, it's not a mistake. It's a happy accident. Just think about Bob Ross and his paintings. Well, actually, he's dead now, so I guess maybe that wasn't such a happy accident, but you are still alive, so breathe. Always back to the breath. Try not to think about your wife or significant other coming into the room and seeing you there right now with your eyes closed and your headphones on, sitting up nice and straight, looking like a total dork. That's probably not going to happen, so don't worry about that. I made you open your eyes. Did you see how I did that? Okay, just kidding. Nobody's in the room. I mean, probably. Just focus on the breath. Don't worry about what the weather will be today. There's no reason to complain that it's only going to get up to 60 today in LA and you won't be able to put the top down on your Mustang. Think about people living in North Dakota where it's not going to get above 10 and they've got a foot of snow on the ground. Keep in mind, somebody always has it worse than you. Well, of course, unless you are in North Dakota, in which case you're pretty much fucked and I feel bad for you. But you know, you always have the option to move. No one is tying you down to North Dakota. If your uncle lives in North Dakota, don't send him a scarf for Christmas. Send him luggage and tell him to get the hell out. Now, when I snap my fingers, I want you to cluck like a chicken. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, that's a different recording. Forget that I said that. I'll just edit that out later. Don't worry about that. Just relax. There's that fucking bell again. Is that the best bell sound effect we could get? Sounds like it's dying. Could we please just invest a couple of dollars and get a better fucking bell? Okay, back to the breath. Don't worry about what a total shit show your life is right now. It's going to get better. It has to get better, right? I mean, it really couldn't get any fucking worse. Of course, you probably thought that about 6 months ago, and it may be worse now. You didn't think it could, but maybe it did. But no, I'm sure that now you really are at rock bottom. So you can only go up from here. And you're taking the first step right now by doing your meditation. Focus on the breath. Always on the breath. Sorry, I just had a hairball there. I'll edit that out later. Focus on the breath. Okay, let's take one last deep breath. And as you're letting it out, go ahead and slowly open your eyes. All right, the meditation is over. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Now make sure you go to niceguysonbusiness.com. Subscribe to our shows, The Nice Guys on Business. Or, if this is more your style than listening to Doug do interviews, go to the nice guy's fuckery. And that's more like this, except Doug's involved too. That's the nice guy's fuckery, spelled F*****ERY, because iTunes won't let us actually write fuckery. Because, God forbid, some young child sees a curse word. I mean, they're never going to have that later on in life, right? Might as well prepare them for it now. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next time.